Hi, welcome to another train of thought journal entry kind of video. I hope you'll come and take a walk with me. So, we don't get to stay here. We have to move again next summer, the beginning of next summer. That sucks. But oh well. The other day I went for a long walk and just enjoyed the dunes and the changing scenery of it all. Just kept walking and I purposefully left the phone behind so that I wouldn't be tempted to check anything. I could just let my thoughts just roll and sweep around, and even if thoughts got repetitive, to just let them and repeat, took the time they needed to repeat. It's a really good practice. But with all things, thinking, trying to cultivate a thought process that goes deeper, writing, vlogging, it all takes practice. It all takes being intentional, of continuing on past the part where you feel like you're rambling and into actually saying something. I remember in writing class when it would be time to whack the flab, way back in high school 20 years ago, it would be like sometimes you wouldn't actually get into the meat of the message until after a whole page. So I don't know how much of this rambling will have any point, but the light is going down. Whatever you need to say, Katie, just say it. I want to take my conversations in another direction. As people get their footage to me from the many emails I've sent out, I will continue to do those ones. But I feel like a lot of these interviews were fun, were good, were great practice towards finding how I want to hone in through them. And something that I would really love to do is connect with people through their generations. Basically, I want to talk to everybody. Anybody who would has a story to share. Boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, Zoomers. I want to hear about what your perceptions are of how the way your parents were raised affects you, and if you're a parent, how that affects your parenting, or how you will want to parent your kids if when you have them. Like, I want to get a more complete picture of things. Like, I would be really excited to talk to boomers who remember their grandparents. Like, that is some history. I realized recently that my grandpa, it's very likely that my grandpa's parents were alive in the 1860s when slavery was abolished. Like, what? So anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Like, for example, my interview with David Hoffman that I'm so excited about. I finally edited it today. So excited to get the B-roll footage and pictures from him to put into it. So wonderful to hear his perspective as a boomer, to hear about his perspectives of why boomers are the way they are, because I'm kind of obsessed with this question, because it leads so directly to who we all are and the state of America as it is, and the state of fear that so many people find themselves living in. And I'm so tired of that fear. And I want to address it head on and say, okay, fear, where did you come from, and where do you get off making people like this? Because the only way to get anywhere is to confront, to acknowledge. There's a swan. Ooh. Let's take a detour. I'm not less passionate just because I'm easily distractible. Just want to put that out there. The only thing I feel like I have in common with people that were born in 1986 is the major life experiences that we lived through. Everything else, our experiences have been so vastly different. Like, I don't know who my people are. I know I come off really, really strong sometimes. These huge feelings and passions and excitement burst out of me, and I'm overly honest about struggles, and I don't know when is the right time to be honest, and people are kind of like it's strange how walking this same walk that I did a few days ago feels crowded because I'm talking. Like, it feels like there's too many people here and it's just me. I miss the quiet. I never thought, I'm so different from who I was before, but I'm just trying to get whatever is important that might need to get out of me out before there's no light at all. I should probably head back. It's a little bit annoying to walk with a flashlight on this thing. I think that's beautiful. It's in such contrast to everything else. So, I'm a millennial because I was born in a time when kids were first growing up with computers their entire lives. My parents were pretty young when they had me, 20 and 21, so I think they might have just missed having computers available at their schools. I think they came like the year after in 85, because they graduated in 83 and 84. Because I was 15 years old when September 11th happened. I was 11 when Lady Diana died. I remember my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Epley, telling me about, well, not just me, the whole class, about email. Just being like in awe of this concept of sending electronic messages. I remember the noises of the internet connecting and having to decide between having the phone on or having internet. I didn't have to grow up with social media being a constant influence. But what I really want to know is, what are the defining moments for you, for your life, that connect you to the world, the global events? How did they shake you up? Maybe if I go closer to the water, there will be better light. It's such a nice change to not have blustering wind. I don't remember the last time it was this calm. Oh, I don't think I said development in my life. I will not be going to work for the month of October. I'm staying home with the kids because Morton has a school thing. He's going to be doing practical training, and it starts early, and so I still had some föräldrapengar days. In Sweden, when kids are born, both parents get a certain amount of days that they can take off from work and still be paid. And so then those expire when the kids like start school, I believe. Around age 6 is when kids start school, real school. So I still have days left, and it sounded like the least stressful option to not have to have any stress getting everybody ready even more early in the morning. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting myself in the zone. The activities and quality time and not losing my temper and planning, but not too hardcore that everyone gets stressed and stuff. And I'm gonna start running again since I won't be running at work. I will have some energy and steam that I'll need to blow off. Not to mention, I need it physically. Thinking like 3. I walked past the point that I usually walk. Oh my goodness, it's so calm. That's why my voice sounds so loud. Because it's so calm and quiet. It just feels wrong to talk right now. Turn this on really quick. Whoa, goodness. Thank you for listening to these ramblings. And hugs. I appreciate you being my friend, listening. I'm not a distant figure. If you want to find me on Facebook and write me, or Instagram and share anything about yourself, I'd like that. I really am not great at friendships, but I want to be better. Traveling for a lot of years, it did not lead me to foster the best friendship care. But when it comes to watching a video like this, you know you're watching it because you're friends, because you care about some random person's life. Whoa. The moon, I think it's full. It's huge and yellow. I'm sure this phone won't capture it, but it looks like I looked up and I'm cold already, but like I got goosebumps on my head because it suddenly felt like I was walking on an alien planet. Yeah, disappointment. Thanks for walking with me.